Yo, what's going on, Julie Cakes? Good to see you, bro. I feel like it's been forever, bro. Here, finally doing the live. I miss doing the lives because I get to interact with you and just have a good time, bro. But good to see you in the comments, bro. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Yo, what's going on, Julie Cakes? Let me lower down my phone. Oh, man. I got like 2 more minutes and we'll go ahead and get started. Honestly, I'm not really expecting anybody. I haven't been as consistent as I should, but it is what it is. We're working with our current life, having a year old baby girl. She's about to be a year and 4 months in a couple of days. And yeah, it's getting a little bit harder, but we're still out here doing it. It says Amadou. I don't get it, bro. Let's see if I can add the chat to at my actual screen. I'm a somebody. Now, of course, bro, like honestly, if I've told you many times, bro. Honestly, you're one of my biggest motivations to continue going, bro, because when my views are like super low, at least and don't feel pressure, bro. But I know at least I got Julie Cakes backing me up and believing in the vision and supporting me, bro. So that's been super helpful to for me to keep going, you know. But I know there's ups and downs with everything, and right now all the views have been like completely down, but it is what it is. I'm just doing it for the simple fact of like self growth and just pure entertainment and enjoying it and just part of the journey. My heart is telling me to continue doing this, and we're here doing it. So thank you, bro. You're honestly one, you, Damian, and the couple people that join on lives and are always, interacting. You guys make it all worth it. We're about to get started.
To Nomas Podcast Live, where we will react to videos, talk about current trending events, and possibly one or two conspiracies. So let's sit back, relax, and let's chat.
Nomas.
And we are freaking live. Welcome back to Nomas Podcast Live. This is going to be number 16. Can't believe I'm already up to 16. It honestly feels quite a bit of an accomplishment to be doing these lives. I really enjoy it. And it's a whole separate freaking ball game doing lives in comparison to doing a podcast. The difference between doing a podcast, yeah, you have the nerves and that anxiety on how it's going to go with your guest and so on and so forth. You never know how that's going to go, but doing lives is a whole different ball game. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm interacting with you guys, which you guys make it a lot easier, but it's me talking to a camera, talking to a screen, and it just takes a lot more practice to get used to that aspect and form of social media content creating. But I like it. Long story short, if you're new to the channel, if you're watching this live after we're done doing the live stream, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do a new podcast episode every Wednesday at 6 p.m. And currently I'm trying to be consistent with doing the live streams at 8 o'clock every Sunday. I try to do it. There's times when I really try my best and it just won't happen, right? But at least that's our current schedule. I really like that, doing it on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. at night. I feel like if you're just hanging out at, laying down in bed or whatever, or after work, then you guys can join in and have a good time and be part of the conversation and just deep dive on some maybe conspiracies or trending topics, so on and so forth. But like I said, if you're new, welcome to Nomas podcast. And also, I do have a hotline number if you guys are ever interested into calling in, dropping a voice message to the channel. That way I can go ahead and play it here. Or if you ever want to go ahead and call in and be part of the conversation, chat live, or just whatever you guys want to say, this is the calling number, a hotline for the channel. But yeah, as I was saying before I started the live stream, like right now, just it's been a very slow month. I feel like a lot of people that have businesses or into content creating, a lot of people have seen that views are super low. I feel like it's just a dip here. For whatever reason, but it's part of the show, you know. You're not always gonna have like your best moments in anything you do, right? You're always gonna peak, come down, and then you never know when you're gonna rise up back again. But we're here. I'll take this as practice, and I'll value anybody that joins in today's live. And today, we have a very, very special live that I decided to do. One in specific. Why? Because it happened last night. I try not to like talk about these type of things, you know, just because it's super close to home. It actually happened here at home, right? But I don't think it's spooky to my point of view, knock on wood, right? But I just found it kind of interesting. And at the same time, whoever watches this content, I am planning to clip it up and making a reel or TikTok out of this content so people can give me their point of view and ideas on what my camera caught last night. It actually happened around 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:44 in the morning. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start with that. And I think Julian and I think there was somebody else in the live. So whoever is part of the live, if you guys can tell me what you guys think. If maybe I'm just overreacting on what it could be. Maybe it's just a freaking, I don't know, whatever you guys think this might be. But we'll get started with this, and yeah, we'll take it from there. All right, so my security camera caught this. My security camera caught this last night at 3:44 in the morning. So right there, pay close attention to this right here, this section right here. And then you're going to see in the bottom corner that it did happen at 3:44 in the morning. So there you go. I'll play it once again. It doesn't seem like nothing crazy, but just keep in mind that there was no motion captured from my camera. The only reason why I was able to even look at my camera was because my dog barked. And usually my dog, Teddy, he never really barks at night. And when he barked, I figured there was going to be some sort of action or some capturing of my camera, my home security camera. And I decided to look through the footage and so on. And so and behold, I was able to capture that, and I'll zoom into it after I'm done playing it. That way you guys can give me your perspective on what it could possibly be. All right, so that's a video, and then I was able to take a screenshot of it so we can take a better, closer look right there. I have no idea what it could be, but this is literally a screenshot of the video, and I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit more. Check it out. It's weird looking. The best way that I was able to describe it, when I first looked at it, it almost seems like eyes, and the top looks like the top of a head, like almost like a jellyfish, and it was just literally floating around. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just very hard to depict what it could possibly be. Like I said, the one of the main reasons why I even looked at my camera was because of Teddy. The camera didn't even capture the movement of this. And it just so happens that after this, I didn't really hear anything else from Teddy. There was no more audio capture from the cameras or any movement. But at 5:11 a.m., Teddy was also heard barking, and you can actually hear him growling. I'll play that video right now. But there was nothing. I couldn't see anything in the video. So there you go. So you can hear him barking. You can hear him barking. It's 5:11 in the morning, but there was nothing captured at that time. Yeah, so yeah, it's super weird, right? In the past, there's been only from my camera. There's been another instance where we were able to capture two orbs that went through the front door. It was literally two balls of light that literally went through the house, through the window or through the door, and you can just see them passing by. But it was two orbs that they were just floating by. And this is how it looks during the day, so you guys can get a better idea on what we were looking at. Okay, so this is pretty much where it's being recorded from. This was the baby stroller that was in the way, and we have this mirror here and this other mirror here, and the image or whatever the camera captured was somewhere around here. So yeah, that's exactly it. I have no idea what it could possibly be. So if you're in the comment sections, if you have any idea or any, I guess, hypothesis on what this could be, please do let me know. I do see you, Julian, that says possibly a spirit. Maybe, right? Maybe. I just don't know. It just looks a little bit weird that it almost, like I said, it almost looks like a jellyfish from like the bottom of the eyes is cut off, and then you can't really see the bottom, right? Yeah, I don't know. Just thought it was really weird. Unless it's like freaking, I don't know, like a piece of lint or something, or I don't know. It's just weird, right? But I did find it kind of odd that Teddy was barking at that time, and then also later on during the night, 5:44 in the morning, he ended up barking once again. He never really barks unless there's like maybe like a stray cat in the backyard or something like that. But usually I'll be able to capture that in the cameras, and then I'll see what the actual fuss was about, right? But yeah, this time it was something different. But yeah, as Julian said, possibly spirit, who knows, right? But super weird. Moving along from that, some local news. If you're here from San Diego, this is almost like I don't know, like it's a love and hate thing, right? Because it has to do with the zoo, and it just so happens that a gorilla was literally shattered the screen, the glass where they're pretty much living at the zoo. And yeah, it's crazy. And then you can also see that a lot of the people, even though they literally saw the gorilla crashing and shattering the glass, they stayed there and recorded. Like, they just don't capture, or they don't have the mindset that this gorilla can literally escape. And here, I have the video right here. I might have to lower down the music for this one. So right there, you can see the shattered glass, and where the gorilla like crashed into the glass and literally almost broke out of their secluded area, right? And then after this, you're able to see the gorilla just looking at the people. Like I said previously, it's sad, right? It's a love and hate relationship when it comes down to the zoo. One, because obviously, if they're at the zoo, they're safe, right? But at the end of the day, they're animals that are supposed to be living out in the wild, free, right? They were meant to be out in freaking the jungles and doing, doing what they do. But here they have them secluded in this like enclosed space that, imagine being you, like it's stuck in just your house for the rest of your life, right? Like they must go crazy in there. And then every single day, just random people just going in there and recording them. Now, on the other hand, I do also like appreciate that somebody like myself, or that I'm able to take my family to go see these very beautiful animals, but then at what cost, right? At their freaking, they're going crazy there. So like I said, it's a love and hate relationship, but I found it kind of interesting that a lot of people, they just don't capture the, like, how crazy it is that this gorilla can easily escape. Not easily, but a possibility can be that this gorilla can escape, and then they can get one of the people out there at the zoo, and something very, very horribly wrong can happen and take place at the zoo. But yeah, that was, I think that happened yesterday actually. So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but I found it pretty interesting. And I don't know if you guys like going to the zoo. I just got a pass mainly for my daughter. I do it for that reason, for my daughter to see the animals. But then I was like, man, poor animals, right? But if they're out in the wild, they're gonna get hurt. If they're here, they're gonna go crazy. So it's just like give or take, right? Like in the past, I used to have a bird. Like they gifted me a bird that was in a cage. He was, I think, all his life was in a cage, and I just felt horribly wrong having this captured bird like here at home. And I would feed him, and I would take him outside in the morning so he could like see other birds. And I many times have battled with myself whether or not if I should just let him be free. But then I'm like, if I let him free, he's going to get eat. He's not going to know where to get food. So I'm like, oh man, finally he ended up passing away after so many years. But yeah, that's something that I for sure probably won't do anymore, just because, yeah, I don't feel good with myself having a captured animal like that. That's why when I have Teddy here with me, which he's somewhere here in the Matrix, he's over here. You guys can't see him. He's actually sitting behind me, but that's why with me and Teddy, I always make sure that I'm always taking him out, like almost every single day I try to like have him out, like either a car ride or I don't know, a daily walk, something like that, because at the end of the day, it's my responsibility to give him the best life possible. So yeah. All right. So this next video showcases proof. Sorry, let me rephrase that again. This next video showcases proof that we live in a simulation. Oh, damn, man. Why the fuck? Hold on, man. Pinche cello, man. Pinche. Okay, dude, I'm here with. Oh, man. Pinche cello. Ah.
You got scared?
No, dude, I did it.
Oh.
Pinche cello here. Dude, I'm over here freaking. You got me sweating, dude. Oh, close the door, man.
Yeah, I know.
Woo!
I have to clip that.
Man, I was about to go off on Chillo right now. I'm over here talking about some crazy freaking topics. I'm gonna turn on the AC, man. Sorry about that. Man, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I'm gonna turn on the AC. I'm over here sweating. All right. Chelo got that's something else that I forgot to mention. I'm taking care of the baby. I have the monitor here. She's sleeping already. But freaking Chelo's like, oh, I texted you. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying attention to my phone. I'm over here freaking focused on the videos, the cameras, making sure that everything's like running smoothly. And then you see just freaking Chelo somewhere like around here, freaking just popping out. I have Teddy barking at her. Oh, man. Freaking Chelo, man. Anyways, so sorry about that. So this next video showcases proof that we live in a simulation. So I'll go ahead and play this right now.
Y'all see how there's no cars behind me, right? Y'all see how there's no cars behind me, right? You know, watch by the time I get to my house.
Why is it doing that?
Y'all see how there's no cars behind me, right? You know, watch by the time I get to my house. There's gonna be cars driving right near me. Watch this. This shit happens every time. Watch this shit. Just pay attention. By the time I reach my yard, there's gonna be a bunch of cars, bro. Watch. Can't make this shit up. Just watch. I'm about to turn in to go to my yard. Right? Now watch when I'm about to hit the door. Watch this shit. Going into my gate. But who do we have here? A bunch of cars, like I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Boy, I tell you, boy. I know what I be talking about.
All right, so I don't know what you guys think about that video, right? But the only reason why I wanted to share that is because many times, and I understand what he's trying to say, right? But many times that I'm at some sort of restaurant or I arrive at a store, there's many times that this location is completely empty, right? And then it just so happens that once I get there, just as soon as I get there, like another person walks in, then another person walks in, then next thing you know, this whole restaurant is packed. Other people like to say that, oh, you have a good energy, so you attract people to come into this location, right? Into this business, so on and so forth, right? But now I also like to look at it into the sense that if you want to talk about the matrix, right, is that, or if you want to make that correlation, is that when you arrive to a specific location of the map, right, it just so happens that now you're rendering all its characters of that business or the location that you're arriving to, right? So now that you got to that place, you unlocked all those characters that just randomly show up. And to his point in this video was like, okay, you see there's nobody there. And then as soon as I get to my place, you're going to see all these cars passing by. And it just almost happened like spot on as soon as he said it. So that's why I got that correlation that, and I felt identified with this video because it happens so many different times when I go to just random locations. I'm going to go through the comments, see what people are stating in there. So you see the top comment, it says, The Truman Show. I can absolutely guarantee that when I enter an empty store, by the time I leave, this place is packed. Exactly what I was just talking about, right? Y'all ever pull up to an empty store and no one is there, and then a bunch of cars show up out of nowhere? Wait till he understands how traffic lights work. So, okay, to counter this video or this idea, right? This person is saying like, oh, well, there was a freaking bunch of cars stuck at a stoplight somewhere. So now that's the reason why you see a lot of cars passing by. Like, it's not the freaking Matrix, right? So they're like, yeah, they're saying, wait until he understands how traffic lights work. Y'all don't understand what he's saying at all. Bro, them cars ain't worry about you going gun in the house, man. So you see, yeah, I have this feeling every day about everything. There are NPCs around us 100%. So I feel like a lot of people have the same feeling to this video or to what I was stating, right? That whenever you go to these locations, it just so happens that it just gets packed out of nowhere. So try that out. Try that out, or pay attention to that whenever you go into a store or whatever place you're at, and see if you're able to make that analysis that it happens to you as well. We have Arlene showing up. What's up, Arlene? She's saying, gonna have to be more observant with that. Gonna check next time I go to the store. Yeah, you've never seen that and you never pay attention to that? I'm pretty sure you probably have, but maybe you never made that connection. Need to make the comment section a little bit bigger so I can read it. There we go. So yeah, pay attention to that. I always see that, but like I said before, I will look at it in the sense of, that, oh, you know what, I have good energy and all that. But now I look at it as like, oh man, I'm freaking, like unlocking all these characters and all these freaking NPCs, like they say, the Truman Show. By the way, if you guys have never seen the Truman Show, it literally explains what we're talking about. The Truman Show, it's a movie of Adam Sandler. It's a crazy movie, right? Because the whole story plot is of not Adam Sandler, it's Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, I don't know if I said Jim Carrey or Adam Sandler, but it's Jim Carrey, that he's like living this life, has a job and his wife and all that, but everybody around him, they're just characters to his own life, and he's the only one that it's real, but all his life is being recorded and documented. And even the people that are watching him, I don't want to spoil it, but everybody's watching him. Everybody's watching every single part of his life, and everybody around him is just characters. They're actors. So that's the whole thing with the Truman Show. Not sure if you guys have seen that. But yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting when it comes down to the Matrix. I'm a strong believer in the Matrix. They actually, I was watching this other video and they say that there's more arguments to prove that we live in a simulation in the Matrix, rather than actually countering that idea that we don't. And I believe even Elon Musk and a lot of people that have like top names out there, they saying that, yeah, we do. I've said this many times, but myself and one of my cousins, not going to spoil names, not going to put anybody on blast, right? But we've been told under plant medicine that, yeah, this is a simulation. There was a robot, I remember clearly, that said, like, he had like almost like an ARP, but it was like almost like a translucent computer or like screen, and it had like a lot of strings with a lot of like colors, but they were like all like matrix 1s and 2s and a bunch of letters, and it said, look, we live in a simulation, or this is all like make-believe, this is a simulation. And I was like, what the heck? So who knows, that's just my thought process with that. And yeah, but yeah, pay attention to that if you ever do, or next time you go to the store or whatnot. I'm out of focus here, let me see. Oh, fuck, I'm out of focus. Sorry. There we go. All right. So the next topic I was going to get into, that is, okay, yeah, this one is super random. I have no idea. There's no more context to this video aside from just me running into this TikTok. But yeah, it's super random. But in this next video, you will see how there is a viewing of somebody that passed, right? Oh, shit. What the fuck is that? Damn, that was weird. Check it out. So it's like a bug or something. Yeah, it's like a bug or something. Just freaking flew by. I don't know. Sorry about that. Oh man, that's the thing with doing lives, man. You never know what to expect. But anyways, yeah, so sorry. Man, first being interrupted by Chelo, now this freaking random ass bug that flew by. Oh man, it's probably a character trying to stop me from talking all of this, right? Knock on wood, knock on wood. But yeah, like I was saying, in this next video, you will see how there's a viewing of somebody that passed. But suddenly the person that inside of the casket just moves, right? And there's one thing in particular that caught my attention and got me questioning whether this is real or not. So check it out. Right there. The person inside of the casket just starts cleaning their nose, or what the heck? Okay, so that part in specific, the little kid that turns around like, what the that's a part right here. If this was staged or if this was set up, why would the kid even react like that, right? It almost seems like he wasn't expecting this to happen. So he's like, what the heck, should I run or something? So like I said, I wish there was more context to this video, but everything around in this video looks legit until like legit as far as like a hoax or something like that. But until I saw the kid like react like that, that's when I started like, what the heck is going on? Is this like a movie set or something? Check it out. Yeah. Yeah, super freaking weird. I see Joanna here that says a bug is bugging him, and I think that's pretty much what the comment section was stating right there. I'll pull it up right now, pull up the comments, but I think that's what the comments were saying. And hopefully they provide more insight. So they're saying it's called Rico Mosis. So they're kind of playing with words, saying that it was like his boogers, right? Mientras tú pierdes el tiempo en leer esto. And so yeah, somebody's saying like, oh, should I run or not? And like, yeah, so somebody caught the same thing of the kid being worried. Tenía un moco que no le dejaba respirar, sentía que se moría. So he had a booger that he felt like he was dying. It was his first time passing away, so he was a little bit nervous. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of that. So se está limpiando las lágrimas porque se enteró que se murió. He was cleaning his tears because he found out he had passed. So I think everybody's taking this like very lighthearted, like if it was some sort of joke, which I think it possibly... Sorry, this comment popped up again. It possibly can. Fuck again. It possibly can that it just might be like, you know, maybe for a movie or something like that, and then maybe the kid didn't know that the actor was supposed to move. Who knows? But I just thought that was kind of weird. But man, I don't know if you guys were here when Chelo freaking scared me, man. I had just finished talking about like everything that happened in here on my video camera, but freaking Chelo just it would happen like maybe like 15 minutes ago or couple minutes ago that freaking I was all into this freaking conversation. She pops out of nowhere and like, oh my god. Oh man, freaking yeah. But yeah, that was crazy. I'm gonna tell her not to do that shit again, man, because she told me, oh, I texted you in the phone, like I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not paying attention to my phone, you know, and I'm here just concentrated, you know. Woo, that was good. Anyway, so moving along with this, it's being that it's Halloween. I know here whenever we go on walks, you can see everybody storing their, or not storing, but displaying their huge freaking skeletons. Everybody's trying to outdo themselves with Halloween decorations. But in this next clip that I'm gonna show you guys, you guys can literally see that, man, they went above and beyond with their decorations. And the homeowners themselves, they had to tell their neighbors not to call the fire department. Just this is how crazy they went out for Halloween. So it's just an elaborate Halloween decor. It's a home and fountain in South Carolina. They have smoke coming out of the house. It literally looks like flames inside of the house. So there you go. The owners had to tell their neighbors not to call the fire department. Yeah, and I think there was a comment that made a lot of sense. I think it said something along the lines like, man, you guys should have made it like purple and green, all the flames, right? To make it a little bit more spooky rather than too realistic, because, yeah, you can easily confuse somebody on how realistic the flames looked. So what the hell? Searches Halloween baddies. That's great until there's a real fire and no one calls the fire department. Yeah, like the kid they call Wolf, right? So they could have made the flames appear purple or green, would have been cooler, spookier, but not alarming. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that comment. Like, yeah, it looks real, but at the same time is like making more like Halloweenish and not too realistic, because that looks like straight out of freaking movie scene. That should be illegal. Yeah, it's getting too close to being real, especially with that. But how is this Halloween scary? This is just real life frightening. Imagine it actually kind of fire. Yeah, nobody would really know. So yeah, I just thought that was super interesting when I saw that. And just the other day I was even like, I caught this video too, that people are buying these huge skeletons and huge freaking Halloween decorations that they were asking themselves, where the heck is all these people storing all these Halloween decorations? They're huge, right? Like we have here at our house, we can barely fit in our house, and these people are storing this huge freaking decoration. So yeah, I think they have special rooms at their house, or like attic space for, just to store all this Halloween skeletons and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, I kind of appreciate that, just because now that I have a daughter, and whenever we go like on walks, and whenever she sees Halloween decorations, the first thing that she'll see, she's like, she'll start pointing at them. And luckily she doesn't get scared. She just like gets fascinated by all the lights, and at times the skeletons have like flickering eyes and things like that. So far she seems like she likes all the decorations. So I appreciate when people decorate their houses. By the way, I still need to decorate our home. It's I know it's kind of like late in the game. We're like 2 weeks away, but like I said, it's never too late. I at least want to do it for my daughter. That way, whenever we get home, she's able to see her house decorated. And I think we're gonna end the live with actually, damn, it's kind of early, 40 minutes. I might do this last video, and if you guys have any other topics, we'll take it from there. But yeah, this next clip for sure caught my attention, and it's something that I would never expect. But I believe this took place in Argentina, but for some reason the person in this video, by the way, I'm gonna have to translate. I think the majority of people that watch my content speak Spanish, but I'm going to translate it. Just whoever's a pure English speaker can understand this. But the moral of the story is, be careful while you're eating street food. Apparently they are selling toilet paper to make it believe that it's milanesa. But they're literally deep frying toilet paper and selling it as if it was breaded meat or milanesa. Check this out.
Raza, ya miraron el video que se hizo viral en la Ciudad de México. Una persona que estuvo vendiendo comida callejera milanesa con papel de baño.
So milanesa, you have to put it like in eggs, and then you put it like, I think it's like breaded, like bread, crumbled up bread. And they're literally using toilet paper to sell it as fake meat. Like I said, I think it took place in Argentina, but for some reason, this guy's saying Mexico.
Miren, vamos a calarle a ver qué tan cierto que así funciona.
Might speed this up a little bit.
Con huevo, lo vamos a mezclar ahí con huevo. Y esta milanesa es comida callejera.
So right there, let me speed it up a little bit more.
El pan, toda la milanesa, mira gente, así es de que para que tengan cuidado. Ahora nos dirigimos hacia la cazuela.
So he's gonna take it to the stove.
Vénganse, vamos a ponerlo en la cazuela. Vénganse. Papel. Vénganse.
Right there.
Miren, aquí ya está la cazuela caliente. Ahora vamos a echar la milanesa. Que supuestamente la milanesa, ahí está, mira gente. Ahí me quedó medio. Pero vamos a ver esto, a ver si es real. Papel de baño con pan molido.
So he's even, I believe at the end of this video, he's even gonna try biting into this freaking toilet paper milanesa to see if it tastes somewhat real or not.
Y huevo, eso es lo que estamos. Tengan cuidado, comparto la milanesa.
So there, he finally took it out of the pan or the skillet, and I think he's gonna try it right now.
Vamos a partirlo. ¿Qué pedo? Sí parece pollo, mi gente.
So right there, he's saying that it looks, once it's deep fried, it really does look like chicken.
A ver, vamos a ver a qué sabe.
So he's gonna taste it.
Sí te confundes.
So he's saying that, you can for sure get fooled. And then after I watched this video, I kind of like searched it up in other TikToks, and there's a lot of people that actually try doing this themselves, and they actually do the taste test, and they said because of the egg and because of the breadcrumbs, they can't really tell the difference, that they can easily get fooled. One, because you're putting the crumbs, the oil, the egg on top of it, and so everything blends in, so you wouldn't even be able to tell. But it got me really thinking that whenever you're out there, there's many times that whenever you do eat street food, like myself and Chelo, at one point we went to Guanajuato and we got super sick, and because all we did was eat street food because we wanted to try, I guess, the local food from there, but we got like super sick. So now when I saw this video, it's just like, well, not saying that this is what happened to us, right? But you never know what the heck they're cooking with when you're buying street food out there.
Me lo comí.
Yeah, he ate it.
Sí pasa como milanesa. Tengan cuidado de lo que compren. Pollo, miren.
Yeah, he's saying it looks like chicken.
Parece pollo, miren. Puras porquerías comemos. Son peligrosas, mi raza. Sale, se despide usted, su amigo el enmascarado de Tijuana.
Yeah, so he's from TJ, I guess, but let's see what the comment section is saying. Pues yo por eso lo escuché en un video de las milanesas de papel. Fue en Argentina, que con esta economía me haré unas milanesas de papel. So they're saying with this economy, I'm going to make myself some milanesa out of toilet paper. So once again, people are not taking it serious. Like, no, they're just joking around that they're going to try it themselves. You see, gracias por el tip. Like, thank you for the tip. Now I'm going to prep myself some toilet paper meat. But yeah, if you look at it from like, it does seem silly, but imagine if you were one of those people that tried this food and got sick, yeah. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I think I'm gonna end it right now. I really do appreciate anybody that showed up to the live. Unless you guys have any other further comments, any Any other dive backs you guys want to get into, maybe something that you guys want to send me to the chat before I close this out. But other than that, like I do plan on, continuing the lives every Sunday, 8 o'clock. But if you guys have any further things or you guys want to chat, I do have another 15 minutes. If not, then I'll end it here. Once again, I appreciate the people that showed up and left a comment. That way I know that you guys were here, showed up, and I really, really, truly appreciate that. Let me see if I can put some of the comments on the screen. Not on the screen, but like there's times when you can put the viewers on that show here. Let me see. Nah, you can't really do it. I think there's a way, but I need to figure that out. Let's see, what's this? What's this right here? No, it doesn't let me. But yeah, long story short, once again, I don't see any comments now. If you guys did miss that part of the video, where Chelo freaking scared me, go ahead and check that out. Freaking, I literally got scared, and then the bug that's in the room is still here. It's a weird bug, man. Here, I'll show it to you guys. Let me take away the matrix thing. There we go. Check it out. Oh, fuck, it just went away. Oh, no, there it is. Right there. Fuck, it just, oh, right there, look. It's a weird bug, right? What type of bug is this? That thing freaking flies. But yeah, anyways, let me see what I think I saw Julian that said something. I've seen those orbs about 3 to 4 times in my life. Most recently, I saw 2 orbs when I was flying from Phoenix to San Diego. Huh, interesting. Yeah, for sure, orbs, I really do think there's some sort of like spirits or something like that. And you know what? I see your guys' picture, but I think it's too big. Let me lower it down. There we go, like that. And then the bug is bugging you for sure. It really is, because I just don't want it to fly into my freaking face. It looks like a piece of gum. Yeah, it's a weird bug. I'm going to try to get it out right now. But yeah, long story short, I'm going to end this right now. Hopefully you guys like this live. I always say it, man. I do have this number here. This is linked to a WhatsApp. So if you guys leave links below to this number or send me DMs or anything, I'm more than welcome to play it in the Sunday lives or even in the podcast. But this is a number where we can all interact if you guys want to go ahead and do so. With that being said, I think I'm going to call it a night. I need to get ready for bed. I need to like clip a couple of things up for social media, TikTok, Instagram, so on and so forth. And appreciate you guys. Till next time.